friends, welcome back to another vlog. If you don't know me, my name is Heather and I own a handmade business called Lemon Tree Corner where I make purses and project bags for makers like you. So welcome back. This week we're going to talk about a lot of knitting, crocheting, yarn, that kind of thing. So I hope you're in for that. A couple weeks ago, after I finished crocheting my granny stripe blanket and had that all done, I was looking to pick up a new project, and I decided to go back to my Christmas blanket, which is a baby blanket I've been making, and discovered that I couldn't remember what I was doing. I had absolutely no clue. This is a blanket that I had torn apart after last Christmas, so I started it Christmas 2020. Yeah, Christmas 2020. Started it. The color blocking was really weird. Like halfway through the blanket, it just changed the way the colors were striping, and I didn't like it, and I made the difficult decision to tear it all apart. So there I was, tearing it all apart, back to the beginning, starting all over again, and got to about the same point before I set it aside this Christmas to work on the granny stripe blanket. So picked it up again. It's looking good, except I honestly couldn't remember how I was making it. Now, I have the Bella Coco tutorials that I follow, and I'm doing, which stitch is it? For this one, it is the crunch stitch. So basically followed the Bella Coco tutorial, wrote out my own directions that I could understand, and then was making it, only it's this 2-row repeat where at the last stitch of one of the rows should be a slip stitch, and the last stitch of the other row should be a half treble, and I wound up ending on a half treble every row. So then I was confused and frustrated and thinking, do I need to tear this whole thing apart again? I'm looking at it to see, is it growing? You know, is it turning into a wedge? Is it still a square? And it was still square on the sides, so not sure what I did. I created my own stitch apparently. So it's a whole new pattern for me. Had to go back and kind of write that on the directions, so if I put this down for a while, I don't have to worry about that next time. So here it is so far, if I can get it. Rearranged there. So it's just really pretty Christmas colors, and I mean, I think I just did my own thing on the ends, so that's where we're at with that. But it brought up an interesting point that we talk about a lot in the crochet knitting world. Are you monogamous? Are you a monogamous crocheter or knitter, or do you have lots of projects going on at the same time? I used to find that I was a monogamous crocheter. I would only have one project going on at once because I'm kind of a everything crafter. So I might be monogamous in the fact that I have one crochet project at a time. I intersperse that with a lot of other things like the sewing and the English paper piecing. So if I want to break from one form of crafting, I pick up another, and usually, because it's a totally different kind of craft, I can keep them separated pretty well and pick it up where I left off. In this case, it's just really, I'm hesitant to even start another project because of what happened there. I mean, it was basically sitting there for 3 months, and I forgot what I was doing. So I'm finding that I can't really have 2 crochet projects at once, which is a big problem now because I just started 2 more crochet projects. Actually 3 more crochet projects in the works all at the same time. So this will be a very interesting experiment to see how I do with this. The one you've already seen is the corner to corner shawl that I started making, and of course I ran out of yarn. So while I'm waiting for this new skein of yarn to come in so I can complete this one, I did actually start another one. They're just so fun. They're so fun. So I started this one, which I'm pretty much the same distance on because this yarn came in first. And this is a beautiful yarn by the Little Foxes on Etsy, and it's called Arctic Fox DK, so it's a 4-ply. It's just, oh, it's just beautiful. It's like seafoam green with little speckles of pink. Just makes my 80s little girl heart sing. So I think that's going to be a beautiful shawl, and kind of the colors I was originally thinking of for this shawl in the first place. So that's good. So in addition to those 3 things, and I might just put the Christmas one down for a while since I was frustrated, I have another project that I wanted to start. I got into this Instagram page called Le Petit Saint Crochet, and she's got a YouTube channel as well, but she makes these beautiful granny squares, and I've been wanting to make a granny square blanket. It's something I wouldn't really sell because little fingers and toes going through all those holes, and then it just takes a really long time. So trying to sell even a baby blanket size is really expensive time-wise. But since I just made a lap blanket for myself and putting it out on the couch, I was like, oh, that would be really cool to have another one for spring colors, and I just really got on the bandwagon. So I'll show you a picture here of the inspiration blanket that I'm basing this on, that Le Petit Saint Crochet did. And oh, you can just see the beautiful bright colors, and this one's called a sunburst granny square, so it's a little different. I had tried making a sunburst granny square a while back when I saw another YouTuber of mine make it, and it didn't work out good for me. My tension is kind of all over the place, so even if I'm using the same type of yarn for the whole project, getting it up to the right height, letting it be loose enough to have that flow is really difficult for me. So I knew this was going to be a challenge, but it's just so beautiful. I can't stop thinking about it. So in this video, you'll see we'll take a trip to Joann's and pick out some yarn for this project, and also do my first shopping haul video with you all, which was really fun. And no real mindfulness this time. I think we're just going to focus on the crocheting, and I'm going to show you my process of picking out the colors, figuring out how many different blocks that I want and the colors within those blocks. And then I loved her border, the hot pink border on that. So I think I'm going to do that. It's kind of a bobble border. I'll have to find out how she did that and everything. But once again, Bella Coco, my favorite YouTuber, has a tutorial on the granny sunburst blanket, sunburst granny square. So I will put that in the description below if you want to try making your own. And let me show you my fun shirt this week. Introverted, but we'll discuss dogs. So great, I'm glad you joined me this week, and let's get going and figure out this blanket and get started. See you soon. Trip to Joann's, woohoo! So those go together. Those all go together. I like those. Do I need a 4th color, 5th color? I do have a blue. I think I like the teal better. Okay. It's probably good to start, but it is 25% off. So if I'm going to get a 4th color, now would be the time to do it. I have one of these. That's a little too close. Yeah. I really like a pink, but I don't like any of the pinks. Yeah, like a super bright pink. Purple I already have. Lavender. And the lavender is too much. Okay, we'll try the We'll try the bright pink just for fun. I do like the original had a bright pink. That might work. The original has a bright pink border, so I could mix that in. I don't know. It adds a pop of warmth. Everything else isn't very warm. We'll see. And then the base color, I didn't like the whites a little too white. This is kind of a nice base color. So it might look too dirty. And then the gray one is interesting. And there's a light gray too. You'll have to think about that. Decisions. Hey, it's my first haul video. Wow. Okay. So here's what we got at Joann's. I needed one more red fat quarter. I thought I bought two, but I guess I only bought one for one of the pouches that I'm making. Got a big discount. I needed another set of hooks. I really only used the blue one, but I bought another set from a different company on Amazon, and it says it's the right size, but it doesn't feel like the right size. So that's not good. I got two. I only found two of the threads that I was out of. So that's not good. So let's take a look at all the yarns for my next project, which is going to be a sunshine square. I'll put it up in the corner so you can see what we're talking about here. I decided to go with the big twist yarn because it's cheaper. It's all on 25% off right now. And I can use that because I was buying so many colors. So it's not exactly the color palette as the picture, but pretty similar. They didn't have a red that I really liked. I was really looking for an orange as well. And of course, as I'm walking out of the store, I see the orange in this exact yarn right next to the front door. But I was hot and sweaty and done with my mask, so I might go back tomorrow since they still have the sale tomorrow for President's Day and pick up the orange. But that's what we're looking at. So I can do different combos because it's 3 per square. So 3 colors per square, and then a white border and white to combine them all. So I got 2 of the whites, and I just thought these would all go together nicely. You got those 3, you got these 3, you got these 3, you got these 3. So I just felt like that was a good combo. And then I think once I add the orange in there, it'll be all good. Another thing I can do is I wasn't sure about the pink. What I like in the one in the photo is the kind of pink bobble border. So I might just reserve the pink and do a border with that and mix the orange in, because the orange with these colors I think would look great. So we'll try that. I'll go get the orange tomorrow now that I know what I'm doing. I'll just run in real quick and get the one extra color at the discount price. I'm so excited to start this blanket. This is going to be great. I tried sunshine squares in the past, but they didn't really work out that great for me. So I think I'm just going to be adventurous since the corner to corner shawl is going so well, and branch out and try some new things. I've also got the, I just signed up for an Annie's Kit of the Month Club, which is great. So I'll show you that. I'll put it in the corner. It's this beautiful Moroccan blanket. So basically I get 3 blocks a month and the yarn to make them with. And there's video tutorials and printed pattern. So I'm excited about this one because this is going to teach me some techniques, really up my crochet game. I've been doing the same crochet with the same yarn for a really long time, and I just kind of like to get out of that rut. So we'll try this one out, and then we'll also try the crochet of the month, and I'll take you along with that one as well. Yay! Nice Joann's haul.
wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time. Same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I don't wanna waste my time, no. Maybe you don't wanna know, you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I don't wanna waste my time, no. No, I don't wanna waste my time.
I don't wanna go where my body's going, leaving my soul out in the pouring rain, alone without a name. I'm a good son, I'm a good brother from a good father. I wanna know where I'm going to and what I'm passing through. I'm in a rebound from a turnaround, hitting the ground hard. Thought I'd let you know it wasn't long ago. The truth is, I'd rather be blind to some things in my mind. And I wanna go where nobody goes, and nobody knows about my highs and lows. Said I wanna go where nobody goes, and nobody knows about my highs and lows. Wanna be alone with my highs and lows. There's a thing or two that I thought that you better be ready, that I've been ready for. And there's probably more. I don't play the game, they just call me Kid Shame, that's my name. I'll laugh at you if you stay, and I'll cry if you walk away. The truth is, I'd rather be blind to some things in my mind. And I wanna go where nobody goes, and nobody knows about my highs and lows. Said I wanna go where nobody goes, and nobody knows about my highs and lows. Wanna be alone with my highs and lows. Yeah, with my highs and lows. The truth is, I'd rather be blind to some things in my mind.
I don't know where you came from. I don't know what you did to my heart. You touched my soul like a phantom, and you did it right from the start. Like nobody is watching what we're doing, like nobody is watching us, like nobody is judging while we're dancing. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. Follow you, the only thing I want to do. Through everything we step into, we're dancing till we get lost. Far from rules, how to feel it. We know that fast isn't always the best. Sometimes your turns makes me dizzy, but with you I don't need the contest. Like nobody is judging while we're dancing. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. Follow you, the only thing I want to do. Through everything
It's time for an unboxing. In addition to all of the crochet projects I already have going, I saw an ad for Annie's Kit Clubs. And first of all, I wanted to do the striped blanket because they have a Christmas striped blanket. And I was all excited. It was like half off your first order or your first month. So what it is it's a year-long kit. So you get every couple of months you get another shipment of supplies. I'll put a picture in here. It's really interesting. I mean, it works out to about a little over $200 in the end, but you get the yarn, the patterns, step-by-step tutorial videos, and it's just a way to learn some new stuff in crocheting. And this whole year is really about me learning new stuff and experimenting and branching out, because I usually have about 5 go-to stitches that I do, and I do the whole blanket in one stitch, and so I just want to branch out a little bit. So I was going to get the Christmas stripe blanket, which is a pre-order because I don't know how soon they start sending that out before Christmas, but it's definitely a Christmas blanket, so it's not starting right now. And they had another one right before I hit order that I saw that's this beautiful, is it Tunisian blanket? I'll put a picture of it up for you. Just a beautiful blanket, and it's basically a lot of different blocks that I'll be doing. I'm sure tension will be a problem for me, but we can work that out. So I'm very excited. So here's my first thing came in the mail. I haven't opened it yet. I've been impatiently waiting to open it with you all. So let's get in here, see what I've got. Okay, so see the yarn already. So here's my thing. Afghan floating lanterns. So I've got my first kit here, which is great. Ooh. So here's my floating lanterns Afghan kit 1, and you'll see it's like this big giant square in the middle and a bunch of little blocks to go around the outside. So it's just beautiful. They have this in 3 different colorways, and this is the colorway I picked, just because I like the idea of a dark background, and I don't really have anything that looks like this. And it's just a beautiful kind of Moroccan pattern here. Ooh, some nice fancy yarn. So these are all the colors for my first part. Ooh, and my first block is this large center block. So very cool. I'm very excited to get started with this. Moroccan tile, that's what it's called. So skill level easy, so that's a good sign for me. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I never have read traditional crochet patterns. So I'm very happy that there's a step-by-step tutorial for me to follow. I'm used to following video tutorials, so I'm sure that'll be good. But here's our block. So there's enough yarn in here for me to do this part of the Afghan, and then each month I'll get another kit with more yarn to do the rest. So I'm very excited to get this started. I've got a size I crochet hook, which I definitely have. I don't have any stitch markers. I don't really use stitch markers, so I'll have to see what I can do there. I want to learn how to do that. I was supposed to use a stitch marker in the corner to corner shawl, which would have helped a lot. For the first few rows are like crazy to try and figure out what you're doing, and a stitch marker definitely would have helped. So maybe I should go buy a set of those. But yay, I'm very excited to get started with this and try something totally out of my comfort zone. So this is the year for that. One more project to do in addition to all the other projects. And they're very pretty colors and not something I normally go with. So I'm very excited. Okay, see you later. Okay, so I've made a bunch of samples. I think I made 15 in total. And here are the 8 finalists for the blanket. It's going to be a repeating pattern. So I don't know if they're going to be exactly in this order, but out of all the ones I made, these are the ones that won. There's a few of the other ones that didn't quite work for me. That one, I might change my mind. But I think I had it's the exact opposite of that one, so that's why I didn't do that one. It's kind of dark. So, and I had a duplicate of that one. All in all, I like these 8. I still feel like they're maybe a little too Santa Fe-ish. Especially that one, those colors. Which is not what I was going for. I was going for a very spring blanket, so I'm kind of second guessing myself here on if I should just go with these 8 because these are the yarn colors that I picked out, or if I should try and switch it up and go get some more yarn colors. But I mean, these are the yarn colors I was attracted to. So I think we're going to go with this. I'm going to lay out one of my other lap blankets on the bed and see how many of these I need to make. So we'll go measure and see what we need. Okay. So here's one of my lap blankets that I like the size of on the couch. And we're going to go ahead and line up the 8 squares I've made. It's like super windy out there. Okay. This one, let's go ahead and measure this first. Okay. So I've got 45, 45 by 54. So that's the size I'm going for total. And then if I lay out the 8 I have now, and if I want to make it, I don't have to make it 8 exactly. Could just be a combination of 4s maybe across. We'll see how close we get to that number. So 8 of these across is 18 by 9, which makes sense because they're probably 4.5 each, right? 4.5 inch squares. So 8 of them is 18 by 9. Okay, so if I wanted to do this again with exactly 8, I'd be a little short. I'm going to have to do 8 and probably another 1 over here. I'm going to have that pink bobble border all the way around, so I don't think it's going to take up that much more room than the blanket though. So it looks like if I had 2 sets of 8 and then I'm going to have an extra, just 1 hanging out on the corner. So that means I'm going to need how many sets of 8? So 2 sets of 8 and 1 set of 2. So extra set of 2. Which is going to be confusing. Okay. And 18 divided by 54. 54 divided by 18. Oh geez, I am awful at math. I'm going to have to go get my phone in order to work that one out. So it's really 9, because it's 9 inches tall. So 54 divided by 9 is going to be 6. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So I need 6 sets of 8 going that way. So that's 6 times 2. So it's 2 across is 12. So I'm going to need 12 sets of 8 with 6 sets of 2. So I have to figure out what I want those extra 2 to be. I'm probably going to need a lot more yarn than the one skein that I bought. So we'll figure that out from there. It's going to be a little bit skinnier than this. I might want to do a set of 4. In fact, that would probably be better. We'll do a set of 4 just to be sure it's wide enough to tuck under and around myself. Okay. So then I had to pick out which 4 are going to be the extras. Oh, and I'm going to need to pepper them around. So this is just a really confusing part here. Okay, that's about it for this week. I'm filming this particular footage on my brand new professional vlogging camera that I purchased. So hopefully the video from here on out will be just a little bit more crisp and more polished for you. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey. This is my 5th vlog. And just like to thank you for being here and supporting me. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. That puts me in front of more like-minded people like yourself, and so we can grow this community together. And I'd like to give a special shout out to my #1 fan, Kelly. Thank you very much for all of your comments and your support. I really appreciate it. Okay, see you next week. Bye.